You can still get your life back. Get your life back. It's real. Get your life back. Get your life back.
Anyway, my name is Cheryl Howard. I'm an inspiration and transformation speaker. Today, I'm your spiritual midwife and your Christian life purpose coach. I'm excited about this message. It just came to me spontaneously, so I decided to come on and let's just get right into it. For those of you who don't know me, my mission is inspiring and motivating you to break through barriers so you can propel into your purpose. Break through barriers, whatever those barriers are, so you can propel into your purpose. And on that note, what I have to say today is really to move those of you, listen to what I'm saying, who are sitting on your hands. Some of you are sitting on your hands. When I say sitting on your hands, I'm talking about your gifts, your talents, your dreams, your visions, your skill set, your genius, your inner brilliance, your life experience, and so much more. You're sitting on it. You're using other tools for other people, but then there's these other tools that God has given you, and you even bury them. They're hidden qualities. They are hidden or forgotten treasures that you possess, that you carry. Sometimes it's a secret. Nobody else know about it. Sometimes you do know about it. It still aches at you. It's still like a movie that goes across your mind and says, you need to tap into me. I need you to pick it up again and wait for it. Wait for it. I'm getting ready to get into it. Pick it back up again. That's today's message. It is not too late for you to stir up and use your gifts, your talents, that other skill set, that passion that you have. Now, for somebody, that was just a SELAH moment. SELAH means to pause and think about it. Process what I just said. But I want you to stay with me because I'm going somewhere. But let me tell you, God is so awesome. He will resurrect your gift, your passion, your talent. I'm a witness to things that I've dreamed as a child, and I'm now walking in them. I picked it back up again myself, and I'm using my love for speaking and writing and a whole lot of other things, creating things. So I want you to find and step into your shoes. I want you to find your shoes and step into them and wear them. I want you to think about that. That's another SELAH moment. I love SELAH moments because I believe it's somebody's season. Whoever, somebody's listening, it's your season to step into your shoes and wear them. What's for you is for you. Step into them, pick it back up again, and use it. I heard Dr. Miles Monroe say, change your career into your call. Change your career into your call. That's deep. Again, this is your season to do something different, something bigger, something greater, something impactful, something to add meaning in your life. I need you to use what's in your hands. God needs you to use what's in your hands because He's given you something. There's another saying, and I like African proverbs because I just feel like it keeps me in touch with my African ancestry. Intozeki, I hope I'm saying it right. Intozeki, it's a name, but the name means she who comes with her own things. Think about that. What are those things? You have things. You have something you possess. She who comes with her own things. You have a perspective. Just for those of you who think I'm talking about product or something tangible, you have a story, you have a perspective, you have a perception. First of all, you are valuable and you possess something that is very unique and different. Those are your things. Pick up your things, your tools, your talents, your gifts, your passions. Tell your story. How many of us have thoughts of losing things, right? We have, just like you can lose things you possess, you can lose your gifts and talents, but you can pick it back up. It's like an instrument. You just got to get back into practice. I know I've been afraid of losing things, possessions. That can be personal property. That can even be relationships that you can lose. But just like an instrument, you can fine tune it. You can dust it off and use it again. Especially if you, going back to losing things, especially if you have experienced lost in the past, like a residence. I experienced homelessness. And so that's a loss of residence. And I remember, I'm getting all these stories. I remember on one occasion when I resigned from a particular company one day, and I told them I could not stay on board because Look, I walk by faith as much as possible. I'm like, God, I'm going to go by faith. I knew it was my time. It was my season to leave. Especially, and then well, one of the reasons was economic. The money just wasn't there. The finances wasn't coming in. And the economy that we live in, it's like, I know we hear people saying we need multiple streams of income, but we really do today. My mother used to tell me that it was so easy back in the days to find a job or find an apartment, because at that time, even if you didn't have a high school diploma, because at that time, number one, finding an apartment, there was something called rent stabilization where people couldn't just go up on a rent on you. It was more income based. So it was easier to find a room or find an apartment. And even back in the days, it was easier to find some jobs without a diploma. But even back then, we had entrepreneurs. We had people who knew about how important it is to have maybe different streams of income. But not only that, monetizing who you are, knowing that you are a brand, monetizing your gift, monetizing what you bring into the world, monetizing your story, some kind of way where you can be a blessing to people and you can serve at the same time, but also build a life for yourself. And this is what I started doing and I'm continuing to do. And I help other people do the same thing. Identify their passion and purpose, and then take it to the next level and monetize it. I created this course because many of you have expressed, whether in my group or through my YouTube channels or on my podcast, which is Cheryl, Get Your Life Back, how you feel displaced right now. You experiencing what we call an identity crisis. You don't know what your purpose is, what your passion is, or you're not sure. Maybe you kind of have a sense of what it is, but you need more clarity on exactly what it is. You need something that'll help you zero in on what are your strengths, what are your passions, what you love to do, what other people see in you. And sometimes we just feel stuck. We want to do something else. We've been working maybe at a job for a long time and we no longer feel productive, or we are daydreaming about things that we really want to do, because of things that we are really passionate about. And so you need a toolkit like this course, I'm so glad you are here, that can help you do that. Well, I sit with my clients and we go through each of the strategies that I have all in this book, which is a toolkit, the Purpose Passion Journal. So for those of you who haven't already, you have ordered it, you can still take this course and follow along, because course is just interactive. So we actually going through the book, all of the assignments we are going to do together through this course. You can do it right along with me. So you can either order this paperback at CherylWhiteHoward.com, or either on this website, on the Academy, Cheryl Get Your Life Back Academy. And the address is bit.ly/Get Your Life Back Academy, or you can just type in Get Your Life Back Academy, and you'll definitely find it on the internet streets up there. But you can order the book by paperback, and also as a part of this course, you will get a digital download, and you can use that as well. But some of you are like me, first of all, I'm a visual learner, and that's why many of you have even signed up, because it's great to have maybe someone to guide you along the way or to help you bring clarity. And I am a life purpose coach. So that's what I do. I will coach you along with helping you to clarify, as a guide for you, what is your why? What is your why? That is the question many of you are asking yourself. Well, what is my why? Some of you are praying, God, I need revelation. Guess what? God sent people to help people. So we work together. Everybody needs some kind of support. Everybody needs sometimes instruction, guide. And that's how we be able to, what we call level up, or make some changes and transition and make some shifts in our life. And sometimes we just need somebody to help us get all of that stuff together. I'm going to go through real quick, some of the chapters in the book that we are going to be doing together. And, there's a content guide here. And so in this book, there are affirmations, resources, and then I have a lot of worksheets in the book. But it's good that you're in the course, because we are going to do the worksheets on this course. So there's a worksheet with clarifying your why, clarifying worksheet, using what's in your hands. Also have biblical affirmation as well, because I am a Christian life coach. So, everything is biblically based, and I believe in implementing biblical scriptures, Christian discipline into everything that I do, because I don't believe, I believe that we all have a purpose. And I believe that God has given all of us something. And when he gives us something, it is always to share with other people, whether it's through service, acts of service, teaching, whatever. All of that is acts of service. And so I cannot leave him out of the picture. So we talk about that, using what's in your hands. And that's what you're going to find out in this course. What is in my hand? What do I possess? What do I have inside of me? Sometimes we don't see it. Sometimes other people see it, which is one of the exercises I actually have in this course, where you're going to get around other people. So this will be actually an actual assignment, and you're going to find out and take inventory of what other people see of you. But I don't want to give too much away. And so we have that. Then we have tips to help point out your purpose, your potential purpose, when you have gathered a whole lot of the from the exercise we do about finding your strength, finding your passions, highlighting those areas and looking back over your life and over your experience and seeing your point of influence. So that'll be helping you to actualize your purpose. And then we move on down to the he said, she said, they said worksheet is the exercise I just mentioned, where you're going to help find out more about who you are through other people. Also, the what is revealed worksheet. So that will be your findings, skills, gift, talent, possession. You'll be able to lock all of that as you go through the course. You'll be able to get revelation of who you are and what purpose that God has for you. Because I believe that because I'm inviting God to be part of this course, I believe, and I'm speaking it right now, that by the time you finish this course, you will know, you will have some point of direction into where you should go and where you should start to really actualize all of those, your dreams and your visions, and be able to utilize your skill set to be a service to somebody else. Maybe turn all of that into a package that's monetizable, where you can start your own business. And after this course, if you do want to work with me, I will definitely have an opportunity for you to work with me, so we can actually move into the next phase, which is after you have narrow down, what it is or what your niche is, what area you want to kind of go into, then we can work together for you to help you brand yourself, brand those skills, brand your genius, brand your talent, even your experience. Maybe you want to be a speaker, maybe you want to be an author, or maybe you want to be a coach, who knows? So you'll find that out at the end. Maybe you're called to minister. God used all kinds of different avenues and people to kind of confirm what he has already told you. That's what he does. So we got that. And then we have the passion indicators, which is actually a podcast, but I have some notes from that podcast. Your positive affirmations, something called prophetic writing. I'm not going to get into it right now, but you have to get the book and you'll know. And I just have some resources. And so we're going to really go through this. I'm so excited you have joined in, and I want you to take advantage. Take your time. Go through the course, at your own pace. You don't have to, you can probably do it all maybe one day if you just want to stay home one day because you're just that desperate to move to the next level, and God has put something in you and you feel like, okay, I'm excited, something in my belly, it's time for me to shift now. I keep putting things to the side, I keep procrastinating, but now is the time for me to do something different, to walk and live into my greatness and my purpose and my passion. And so I can be a blessing to other people with all of the stuff that I have. You do not want to go to the grave with so many talents and gifts. And there's so many of people who do that. They was never able to move into anything that they dreamt of or that they, was believing in for, and, all of that. So I don't want that to be you. So we're getting back into that. But I went there to say, even though, like I said, today we live in a different economy where things are even tougher. So it's like we can't depend on job security. This is a revelation for somebody. It doesn't exist like it used to back in the days where you've been in your job for 50, 60 years. If you should lose everything you have, guess what? This is one thing that's, unless you're not here anymore, you still have your gifts. You still have what's in your hands. You still have your talent. If you should lose everything else, you still have what you possess. Your inner genius, your brilliance, your inner ability. This is for somebody that's watching this. And maybe you can't use your physical hands or use your physical feet, but you may be able to mentor somebody. Like I said, use your intellect and your intelligence. So if you're feeling insecure or afraid, guess what? God to the rescue right now. So I know I'm being a vessel for somebody. I'm being a vessel of God, but for somebody. I want you to know that he got you covered. I remember when I was an employment specialist, my job was to help people with disabilities find and secure work, gainful employment. And then I would help them cope on the job, give them strategies and encourage them and come do visits and see how they're doing. So this is what I'm doing right now. If you need assistance, number one, God will send you an Aaron. I'm about to get spiritual right now. Like he sent Moses. He sent Moses Aaron to support Moses because Moses felt inadequate due to his challenges with speaking. And then what comes with that fear? The spirit of intimidation, insecurity, dealing with the imposter syndrome. Oh my God, I don't think I'm not qualified. He did the same with Jeremiah. He encouraged prophet Jeremiah. He told Jeremiah to go speak to the nations, to a rebellious people who did not even want to take heed to God's word or God's warning. So he sent Jeremiah, prophet Jeremiah. Listen to the position. Let me tell you something about Jeremiah. Just like he sent Moses and Aaron to speak on his behalf or speak for him and to be there to support him, Jeremiah also felt inadequate due to his youth, which made him feel intimidated. And think, when you hear the word youth, don't just think about age as it relates to you. He was also intimidated by other people's expressions. I'm going to get into their responses and their perceptions and all of that stuff. Possible responses. Sometimes before things even happen, you talk yourself out of stuff and you get scared. But it's like, youth can mean you think you don't know enough. You think you're not smart enough. One thing I love that God told Jeremiah, he said, do not diminish one word. Do not diminish a word that I have to give. Don't change it. The reason why I say that, and I'm going to ask you, how many of us or how many of you as well experience fear of rejection, opposition, and what happens, you devalue yourself. You dummy down or you try to rephrase something that God has given you or God has told you to say or even assignment that he's given you to do, but you dummy down in order to make others feel comfortable. How many of you do that? Number one, you may be dealing with imposter syndrome. Oh, they're going to find me out. I'm not really who I am or who God says I am. And so you dealing with unbelief and the insecurity and low self-esteem. So what God did with Jeremiah, he'll do with you. He assured Jeremiah that as he opened up his mouth, God will give him the words. There is no excuse. Now I'm pulling you up to another level of faith. And all you need is faith the size of a mustard seed. I'm pulling you up to another level of faith. So no excuses. God will be with you. If you do, listen to this, do what you are supposed to do and God will make it prosper. I'm going to say that again. I got a lot of SELAH moments. Do what you are supposed to do. Step out. God will make it prosper. He'll make it grow. He'll bring help. He'll bring somebody to support you. He'll give you provision. Some of us are fearful due to the weight of a call. I'm a witness to that. Oh my gosh. We are fearful to the weight of a call, the purpose that we have, the mantle or ministry, and even the position. I'm telling you, I know this is a word. Some of us seen the big vision. We've seen the weight of the call. It's scary. Come on now, let's be honest. It is scary. The responsibilities. We scared of the overarching goal. We saw part of the destiny. You know, whether it's related to entrepreneurial goals, whatever, ministry, service, whatever it is very scary to do something different, pulling on that unique thing inside of you. Not sure if you're going to be accepted. How many of you seen the big picture, the big screen manifestation, or the manifestation of it in the vision? You saw your vision, you saw your purpose, and it really frightened you. Some of you already starting to walk in it, but you're like, ooh. Or maybe you didn't receive, maybe you couldn't even receive it. I remember God said that too in his word, behold, you can't even conceive it, what I'm about to do or what I'm doing for you. So sometimes we reject the call of God. Another SELAH. You reject the position. Let's remember how God, let's talk about the attributes of God, number one, because you reject it. But like I said, there's no excuses because God will be everything. God is everything that you need. Jehovah Jireh means God, my provider. He will provide the vision. He will provide for the vision. Jehovah Shammah, God is there. That means he is present. He's with you. God be with you. When I say that, I really mean that. When I tell people, God be with you, he's Shammah. He's present. So didn't he, or wasn't he there for Jeremiah? Didn't he come through for Jeremiah? And let's look at the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, for a quick minute. One of my favorite books, Prophet Habakkuk. He said, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower and will watch to see what he will say, what God will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. I like the obedience. I like the level of faith. Okay, I'm going to stand upon a watch. I'm going to wait to see what God is going to say with me and how he's going to respond and how he's going to answer me. Okay? And the Lord did answer Habakkuk. He answered him. He said, the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run with the vision, he may run that readeth. He may run that reads. With the vision, run with it. Another part, this next verse says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time. Ooh, I can do another video on all the preparation and stepping out on faith and all of the things, deal with all of the things I mentioned above. Because the vision is for an appointed time. But I want you to know God has given you what you need for that appointed time. But at the end, it shall speak and not lie. You do your part, God will do the rest. God will do it. Though it may tarry, it may take a minute, wait for it. That's why I said wait for in the beginning, because it will surely come to pass. It will not tarry. It will happen. So pick it back up, wait on God, and it will happen. And didn't he come through for Moses? We talked about that. Habakkuk, Jeremiah, he came through for Moses. He became what these prophets needed. Oh my God, we can go on and on and on. But let me tell you, because these people sought God. They sought God. So they didn't act on their own nature or humanity or their own skill set. Jeremiah understood the significance of God's name. When he replied, I become what I choose. Well, no, when God told him, when Moses said, who should I say you am? And God said, I become whatever I choose to become, whatever I please. That's in Exodus chapter 3. I become whatever I choose to become, whatever I please. Jehovah Jireh, Jehovah Shammah, Jehovah Sitkanu, righteousness. To fulfill his purpose, God will place you upon platforms. God will place you upon platforms. You just got to believe him and step out on faith. So this was a word / a whole lot of other things. Change your environment. He will change your circle. He will change your position. He will position you for destiny. Come on, somebody. Now that was another preachment. That was a preachment all by itself. All of that is a SELAH moment. I need you to watch this again because somebody needs to hear it again. So you need to either rewind or you need to watch it again. Pick it up again. Wait for it. And someone needs to hear this, you are still relevant. So that devil is a lie. That devil that's telling you, oh, you don't do that anymore. That's old. Don't even, You need to learn how to shut them down. You need to know how to dismantle those self-defeating thoughts, that unbelief that you're walking in, dismantle all of that. Quiet the disempowering thoughts. You have the power to do that. You believe God, you step out. He's given you the power to do that. Find your shoes. Let's go over it. Find your shoes, discover your purpose, and live it. Find your shoes, discover your purpose, and live it. If you need help with that, I need you to jump into my Purpose Passion Finder workshop. I just started it. I have 5 people signed up for it. And you can do it at your own pace. It's an online workshop called it's called Purpose Passion Finder Workshop. And you can go to it at bit.ly, that's bit.ly / Purpose Passion Finder Workshop. It is a guided workshop. It's like a do-it-yourself experience. Let me tell you, somebody needs to be in that workshop. I kind of take you through the necessary strategies you need to tap into. First of all, identify your strengths, your purpose, your passion, your strongest, unique ability, attributes, the passions you possess that's related to your passion. And it's indicative of your purpose. And I'll take you through ways to kind of do that, to identify that, how to pull it out so that you can move forward to the next level of walking in your purpose. Again, it is my online workshop. It's called the Purpose Passion Finder Workshop. bit.ly/Purpose Passion Finder Workshop. And it's at my academy, which is called Get Your Life Back Academy. So if you don't remember that link, go online and look for Get Your Life Back Academy by Cheryl Howard, and you will see the Purpose Passion Finder Workshop. And I need you to jump in that course. Let me tell you, that workshop, I don't even call it a course and I'm walking you through videos, workbook you get. I have a whole year, an annual calendar is a goal planning calendar. So it even helps you the calendar is designed for you to write down your short-term and your long-term goals and the steps you need to get to, or to actualize, or to bring into fruition those dreams, those visions, those things that you're supposed to be doing and walking in. So you can have a reference, a point of reference. It's like a vision board, but you're writing down the steps and the strategies and what you're going to do. So not only things that you hear from me, because I also have the video in there. So it's video presentations just like this, where I'm really just giving you, I'm coaching you through each segment, each part, and I'm utilizing the workbook. So it's like a living workbook. I'm going through with you. You're just going to continue the work, but I'm helping you to go through the whole process. And when you get to the end, if you do the work, you're going to be at another place and another level. And I pray for everybody that's in my workshops, any of my coaching, group coaching sessions, whatever I'm doing, that God will give you revelation, that the light bulb will come on, and you just have more clarity of what it is you're supposed to be doing in this season, that you'll be able to discern the season that you're in, and you will understand what you need to do to get there. God will send help. Right now, think of me as like your Moses or your Aaron or your Jeremiah. Well, no, God sent Aaron to Moses. And, there's a prophet Elijah and Elisha. And Elisha was being mentored by prophet Elijah, so he can carry his mantle at the appointed time. So that's a whole nother preachment when God will prepare you. So when Elijah went up and God took him, Elisha took on that mantle that his mentor Elijah. See, let me stop, because I would get into another preachment and we'd be here all day and night. But let me tell you, you got to sign up, because I want to work with you on that. But think about everything I said. Let somebody you know needs to see this. They need to hear this. I know they do, because I want them to be blessed. This is the way that I serve. This is my way of showing up to help you, to help somebody. I don't care if it's one person, but I know I'm helping many, and there's more to help, because I know one thing I do know and I have clarity on is that I am here to serve in different capacities. I'm very clear on that, because everything that I have done in my life was always related to serving somebody else. So I'm done. You be blessed until we meet again.
You can still get your life back. Get your life back. It's real. Get your life back. Get your life